Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Here's a koi-san. That's a puppet koi. We changed a little setup. So I'm scoping from New York City, way upper west side of Manhattan. It's really cloudy and it looks like rain today. After the marathon, so I was scoping New York Marathon. Tried to capture. Hi, good morning. There's a time change and now it's 13 hours different from Japan to New York. Yeah, that's right. Good evening to Japan. Japan time would be 8:30, almost 8:30 p.m. I was scoping a New York City marathon yesterday. Since I was ready to scoping, the battery started to die because of the lower temperature. But I scoped a little bit and then I couldn't capture the men's lead runner some reason. I don't know why. There's a lot of things happening when you're scoping like event, and I've been doing videographing. Oh, you brought new Wi-Fi? Oh, that's good. Working well. That's nice. Oh, I have a question. What kind of new phone you got these days? I think you mentioned at the scope the other day. Because of the battery life, iPhone is not appropriate doing event scoping. Even though I have a gimbal, supposed to have a 12 hours battery. Oh, copy bot again, right? They haven't taken a break for a while, but now came back. I put Koi-san's birthday, not a birthday, oh, the sign. Okay, you had an iPhone? Okay. That's right. Because when John was using Android and he was doing scoping 4 hours, but we couldn't, right? The iPhone can scope only 1 or 2 hours, but it depends on which iPhone. But even iPhone 10 is still ranking is not in top 10 for the battery life. The longest battery life is 13 hours for the iPhone. But anyway, here's a Koi-san's profile. It's interesting, right? The blood type is O. Oh, did you? Good. That's good to hear. Hi. Hi, Bobo. Hope he's not bot. Okay, so I'm doing IKIGAI scope. Oh, 70%. Okay. It's been this week will be 6 week. Should I block them? Yeah, that's right. It's raining today. Yesterday was yeah, that's right. Yesterday was New York Marathon, and I was scoping the lead runner. But after the lead runner passing by, and half an hour later, and most of the people is still running, but it's sprinkle and the road started to get wet. I feel sorry for the runners because normally finishing 15,000 people. So sounds like my hometown's entire population. It's a lot of people normally is running at the New York Marathon. Hopefully they didn't get any injured or accident because of the rain. So this week is 6 of 12 Ikigai scoping. This week's topic is profession. Thanks for coming. Here's a koi-san, that's a puppet. I made this in 1994. It's 23 years ago. I found him from the storage box. Then Joet-san, who is here, named this puppet to koi. That's nice. It's easy to remember, and everybody loves his face. Like a little mustache, do you see? The hair is like a little came out. Yeah, you are the daddy, right? Godfather, maybe. He's good at the IT tech, the information technology, because he's used to being fisherman, but he using a lot of technology, and we are teaching. Oh, what's wrong? Grown son. This is the English scope Snow Sugar video channel. I do the same thing in Japanese. If you're interested in learning Japanese, and come to Snow Sugar, the channel Snow Sugar. Maybe I should join from Snow Sugar channel. Maybe next time I'll do that. So we teach how to craft a story, and how to share the story, and how to make the smartphone video with your story. Yeah, copy bot again. Because our site is hacked, I shouldn't say like really loud. We're still figuring out how. No, not figuring out. We decided to make our site from scratch, but that takes time. So we are using Patreon, the membership site, to communicate our fan, because we received the emails. They're still waiting. You know, they ask me when is the site up. So please be patient. How do you like the music background? Shakuhachi music? Actually, because a lot of people asking about this music, I googled. Yeah, atmospheric. Okay, that's interesting. I kind of know the word, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'll Google the word again later. Thanks for describing and teaching me the new word. I found him on Facebook, so Copybot. Thanks, Copybot. I see. Oh, I see. That's a really nice word. Describing what do we do, right? Or it helps what do we do, I think. So last week we talked about your value and how you can be paid for. So we used a little technical term of the sheet, which is business model canvas, normally used for new business. But this sheet, it would be really good for you to think about what's your value of your skills. So maybe if you're interested in how you can put your business model canvas together and watch the last week's scope, then you will learn about how you can think about your value of your skill. This is the IKIGAI 4 circle. I don't know what you call it, but I keep saying 4 circles. So this week I'm going to use sketching. So do you know the sketching feature? This is the profession. That's what we talking this week. So we talked about what you can be paid for last week, 5 days. So this week we wanted to think about and discuss and talk about what's your profession. Hi, good morning. Winter time, right? It's a little brighter. Last week was whole like a darkness scope because of the last week of the before the summertime. No, winter time. How are you doing? Copybot came back. This movie, I think it came out a few years ago. Regard bots again. That's two different bots. It came back, right? Like a greeting bots and copy bots. Why they came back, I don't know. Anyway, bot is saying bot. You like the copy bots? Okay. Sometimes it's helpful for the scoper because we sometimes miss the longer comments. Then if the copy bot repeat it, then you know that's kind of helped. But anyway, this is interesting documentary film that they don't say video. I found out this few years ago. This is very interesting video you can watch on Vimeo, I think. Living without money. This is a story in Germany. This person, I forgot her name, lived without money for almost 16 years now. This would be a great way to think about what the money is and what's the value of your skill, what's the value of yourself. This is the one recommendation. I think film itself is 46 minutes or something like that. And also, especially American, maybe New Yorker, and housing cost is very high, and they tend to spend more money than they make. So whenever I took their business class or like money management class, they always showed us this type of things. And also Canada has a really good program called what do you call it? A dead till, I forgot, something like a really nice program, and to how they manage their money and rid of their debt short period of time. That's something like dead till, I forgot, maybe I'll research again to share the name of the program tomorrow. So if you know what percentage you need to spend out of your salary, that would be good to know, because if you're spending 40% or 50% housing, of course you're broke. And if you're not saving any money or emergency fund, that would be really scary. But you don't have to worry if you're doing right things. So this is that was the American spending, like actual. This is the ideal spending ratio. So there's a little difference between each category, because their spending is so small for the food and high for the housing. But this is the ideal. But if you have a personal debt, 15% is the maximum. But I know how you exceed the personal debt, because I was running business after the Lehman things, brothers. You know, company debt went really high. So I went there. I know that feeling. That's why I'm sharing this information. Hope everyone get back to the right track. This is the Snow Sugar video channel and English channel. I do the same thing in Japanese and under the Snow Sugar video channel. For the Japan time, I do Japan time morning, so which is, that would be 5:30. I used to do 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but because the time changed, Japan don't have a winter time I mean summertime. So that would be 5:30, I think. 5:30 Eastern Standard Time in Japanese. Oops. So this is my real story in 2 minutes and what I overcame. I talked about a little about how we suffer and how we worry about the debt and how we can pivot to the business from purse making business to storytelling IT startup. This is the Skillshare address. That video created by using the app called Video. So if you wanted to learn how you can make the video, then you can make that type of video within 2 or 3 hours. That's pretty fast. So if you want to know how to do it, and I'll teach how to do it on Skillshare.com /and/r/no-sugar. There's 2 different classes, one in Japanese and one in English. Japanese class has only 2 students. This is the Patreon, Koi-san's fan club, and Snow Sugar membership site. HATARAKIGAI. This is the similar to IKIGAI. IKIGAI is for your life. Hi, good morning. Thanks for joining. HATARAKIGAI is for work. Reason for being at the company. So maybe the company you work for or your company. So if it's HATARAKIGAI, that would be the pricing is management. I'm not going into detail today because I want you to think together about your value and your living expenses, how much money you're making, how you having stress from the work or business, not a business, occupation, profession. Did you download Hatsune Miku? They are also, I could say, startup, because Hatsune Miku was originally created for voice, not a voice activation. What do you call it? But it ended up use of different way, because they tried to create the Hatsune Miku for the voice, like a, what do you call it? Like a reading to the text. This is 6 of the 12 business management principle. We are going to make the 4th circle for the HATARAKIGAI as well. Here's a Koi-san's Twitter handle and hashtag #PapeKoi. Today is no color for the sky. Today's quote is, money comes life as it is spent. What do you think? Honestly, I couldn't think this way a couple of years ago, especially I was suffering to recover the Great Recession. But I started to notice, what does this mean? Money comes life as it is spent. Because if you don't spend money for someone else or some company to support or some, convert into product or services, money won't come to you. Because money is kind of like circulated. This is a great video I wanted to share that's made in UK. Oh good, enjoy making money. That's the way should it go. I thought I shared it. Yeah, this is a video. The circular flow. So this video is 4 minutes video in explain and how money is flow and come in and goes. This is a really great video that's available on YouTube. Okay, we all supposed to enjoy making money, then spend money for others, and spend money not only for yourself, and spending money for supporting other people. Thank you very much for coming, and this is today's quote. I'm gonna end with this quote. This time is a little longer, but thank you so much for staying. And let's think about your value and the money and the pricing this week. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow morning. Bye.